Forget everything you think you know about the Tesla killer. Because while the world was busy watching stock charts and social media feuds, a quiet startup from Normal, Illinois just did the impossible. They didn't just build a cheaper SUV, they engineered a mechanical middle finger to every skeptic who said they'd be bankrupt by Christmas. 70,000 reservations, 20 hours. No Super Bowl ads, no celebrity cameos, just a raw, undeniable realization that the rules of the electric vehicle game have been permanently rewritten. Today, we are going 10 levels deep into the Rivian R2, the $45,000 shockwave that is currently sending every executive in Detroit and Palo Alto into a panic. By the time we're done, you'll realize this isn't just about a new car. It's about the survival of the most ambitious automotive underdog of the century. Let's start with the number that made the industry gasp: $45,000. To understand why this is shocking, you have to look at Rivian's scars. Their firstborn, the R1T and R1S, were masterpieces, but they were rich man's toys, $90,000 trophies for the elite. Rivian was haunted by this. Their mission was adventure for all, but you can't democratize adventure if your price tag is a mortgage. So they didn't just trim the leather and call it affordable. They committed an act of radical engineering. They looked at every single bracket, every screw, every plastic clip, and asked one question: does this actually deserve to exist? If the answer wasn't a hell yes, it was trashed. The R2 isn't a budget version of the R1, it's a more efficient realization of it. It's the price point that puts Rivian directly in the crosshairs of the Model Y, but with a soul that Tesla simply cannot replicate. Look at the road today. Every EV looks like a melted bar of soap, smooth, anonymous, and frankly, boring. They do this for range, sacrificing personality for a lower drag coefficient. Rivian refused. The R2 is unapologetically boxy. It's upright. It has the visual DNA of a rugged mountain climber, not a suburban commuter. This matters because Rivian has built something rarer than a battery. They've built a culture. They are the Patagonia of cars. When you see an R2, you don't see a laptop on wheels. You see an invitation to the outdoors. It's a magnetic identity that people are willing to pay for before they even see the spec sheet. We need to talk about the EV wall. Most people won't buy an electric car until it hits 300 miles of range. Why? Because 300 is the magic number where range anxiety dies. It's the difference between "can I make it to the trailhead" and "let's just go." Rivian didn't just hit 300 miles. They did it by rebuilding the entire battery architecture. They didn't just cram more cells in. They made the car smarter so it needs less energy to move. This is the freedom metric. 300 miles means your daily commute is an afterthought, and your weekend road trip doesn't require a PhD in charger locations. This is where the R2 goes from a cool car to a technical marvel. The average modern car has nearly 2 miles of copper wiring snaking through its frame. It's heavy, it's expensive, and it's a nightmare to repair. Rivian's engineers performed surgery on the R2. They ripped out 2.3 miles of wiring compared to their previous generation. Think about that. They consolidated dozens of dumb components into a few superbrains. This makes the car lighter, faster to build, and significantly less likely to break. They didn't remove the complexity, they moved it into the software where it belongs. Speaking of software, the R2 is essentially a supercomputer that happens to have tires. It runs on a dual processor system delivering 1,600 trillion operations per second. It has 11 cameras and 5 radars constantly drinking in 65 megapixels of data every second. This isn't just for lane keep assist, this is the foundation for level 4 autonomy. The hardware is already in the car. While other companies charge you thousands for beta features that feel unfinished, Rivian is building a platform where the car can eventually navigate from point A to point B while you sit back and enjoy the view. The car is literally waiting for the software to catch up to its physical potential. Most car companies are just Lego builders. They buy the motor from one guy, the screen from another, and the software from a third. It works until it doesn't. When one supplier fails, the whole car fails. Rivian walked away from that model. They build their own motors, they design their own battery packs, they write their own code, and now with the R2, they are designing their own silicon chips. This is called vertical integration. It means when you press the accelerator, the motor, the battery, and the computer are all speaking the same native language. It creates a level of coherence that makes traditional cars feel like they're made of mismatched parts. For years, the biggest argument against Rivian was, will they be here in 5 years? Then, Volkswagen, the largest automaker on Earth, entered the room. They didn't just buy a few cars, they wrote Rivian a check for $5.8 billion. Why? Because Volkswagen realized their own software was years behind. Starting in 2027, every Audi, Porsche, and Volkswagen EV will be running on Rivian's brain. This is the ultimate get-out-of-jail-free card. It provides the cash flow Rivian needs to survive the brutal ramp-up of the R2 and proves that their technology is the gold standard for the entire industry. The R2 wasn't just designed for the wide highways of California. It was built with the tight streets of Paris and London in mind. It's a global Goldilocks, not too big, not too small. By making the R2 a global platform, Rivian is moving from a niche American brand to a worldwide volume player. They aren't thinking in zip codes anymore. They are thinking in continents. Just when we thought the R2 was the main event, Rivian pulled back a second curtain to reveal the R3 and the R3X. Built on the same platform as the R2, these are smaller, faster, and even more affordable. By sharing the bones across multiple models, Rivian can drive their costs down through sheer scale. It's a masterclass in platform strategy, giving the family a rugged SUV and the enthusiast a rally-inspired hatchback, all while using the same factory lines. Finally, we have to look at the stakes. The R2 has to work. Rivian has survived production hell, burning through billions of dollars to prove they could build cars at all. The R1 was their proof of concept. The R2 is their path to profit. Every weld, every line of code, and every dollar of that $45,000 price tag was calculated to ensure that this company doesn't just survive, but thrives. If they pull this off, and with 70,000 orders in 20 hours, they're off to a hell of a start, Rivian won't just be another car company. They will be the first startup in decades to successfully challenge the status quo and win. The R2 isn't just a vehicle. It's a 300-mile, $45,000 statement of intent. The future of driving just got a lot more interesting.